This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stuttgart's podcast.
I haven't felt physically, energetically, what I'm feeling right now in the room with me since Nick Wright and Pablo Torre were in a room together, because I've got Billy Corben and Greg Cote here. They are rivals historically, but also Mike Ryan is a lot angrier at Billy than Greg Cote's ever been. So the history, Greg, what is the history between you and Billy Corben before we ratchet up this tension here? Because Mike is hostile. To begin this particular week with Billy Corben, to start there aggressively when you are the historian above all historians about football. You have made the most beautiful things on behalf of Miami that are complicated. Rock on Tour, your business, is one of the few Miami businesses that makes excellent things. We were talking about this yesterday. It's like it's Burger King, it's Bacardi, it's Rock on Tour,
Wow.
and Mike Ryan.
Part of a balanced
Mike
breakfast,
Ryan doesn't want you to make a U Part 3 for Meadowlark Media because he thinks you're a Juan come lately when it comes to being a fan of this football team.
I was just happy that they spelled my name right in the Billy Corben episode. But listen, the difference between Mike and I is that I'm a fan and he's a fanatic. I think that, first of all, I was born a fan. My grandfather graduated the University of Miami Law School 75 years ago. I was born a season ticket holder. But I still can see the forest for the trees, and I think I still have the perspective of a journalist where I have a little bit of objectivity, and I can call balls and strikes to mix sports metaphors. Whereas Mike is, Carson Beck could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and Mike would still make excuses for him. He's a fanatic, and I appreciate it. I respect everything he's done for the program.
Beck derangement syndrome.
I respect everything he's done for the school and for the program. It disappoints me somewhat that he doesn't respect what I've done for the school and the program.
Mike Ryan has been working for 4 years to try to get to Miami here, and you've been making John Ruiz jokes for 4 years.
Listen, I'm sorry about his uncle. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry about his Uncle John.
That sounded so insincere. Like that. I'm sorry about his uncle.
What I'm saying is I called it like I saw it. That's all. And I don't think I was that far off about it either.
You were.
And then
you were totally off base.
And
the money was legit. You can make fun of him being delisted. John Ruiz won. All right. He's still helping. He gave Miami a leg up. And while you were laughing along the way, he actually put in place a template that allowed for Miami to get here 4 years later. I know what you think of the man.
Glossed over delisted. He glossed right over that.
You keep saying delisted as if like that's a big fat L for him. The guy made his money. You know, he made his money, and the money was legit. And let me tell you something. He put those kids to work. All right, those kids were doing ads. Those contracts were fully executed. You thought it was a joke. You thought he was a joke. 4 years later, Miami is here. All right. Well, you were doing your whole sarcastic. The U is back, baby. The U is back.
The U is back.
You did that.
I was right then and right now.
You did it after the SMU loss. I know exactly who you are. In your bona fides, as you were somehow born a season ticket holder, you didn't add charlatan, because that is what you are, a charlatan.
Oh, how so?
A Jezebel.
I've never heard you speechless.
No, I'm curious how I'm a charlatan.
You weren't with us when shit was rough. You were laughing at us. You were putting the boots to us. Everybody was having their turn, and you were teeing off just like the rest of them, and you were one of us.
There still was never, for all of these years, I think a recruiting tool or a bigger a way to support this team than those documentaries. I think that, and like I said, I appreciate what you've done for the program.
Thank you.
And it disappoints me that you don't see that what we contributed. The crew on the first U documentary had a combined 45 years at the University of Miami.
No, it was good.
And it was a labor of love.
It was a long time ago.
And I agree. It was a long time ago that this team won anything before this season.
Yeah, you made sure to remind everybody at every turn.
So I don't think that I reminded anybody of that. I think that the documentaries did.
You know, you're doing the thing, and Dan did this too, where I feel like I can be a journalist and look at this objectively. No one wants that from you guys. I'm not asking for it from you. Out of here. Like, you think there's a big market for, hey, Billy Corben calls it like he sees them when it comes to his football team? No one cares.
There is no market, particularly in this town, for telling the truth. That is an absolute fact. In Miami, we do not have reality. We have realty. And that's the way that, and I get
spare
that.
me the T-shirts.
And I get that.
Don't do that.
Billy.
Sonny plays for shady people.
Billy, you went to one of the old hits, and we've heard those too young.
I don't care about
too
it.
long.
I appreciate you being appreciative of what I have done, but here's what I would like to hear, Billy Corben.
Dan.
Here's what I would like to hear from you. An apology. An apology for laughing at your own brothers and sisters that rep the green and orange. We turn to you as a guy that made the greatest piece of art in arguably sports collegiate history.
For sure,
And
art.
Yes,
for sure,
it was high art. It was a recruiting tool. It's all the things that you said. It's also a very long time ago. And you've had a heel turn since then,
You don't
pal.
think it's art? You don't think that you made a love letter to the University of Miami?
I was teasing. Yeah, I'm partial to the U part too.
But it was art. He's asking for an apology from you,
boys.
though.
Absolutely not.
You were the man when it came to the U. You were looked up to, and then something happened. Maybe it was Jaron Williams. I don't know. But you turned your back on us somewhere along the way.
As a fan, you can appreciate the team and the good things, and you can also appreciate and call out when shit isn't going right. And I want to go and watch a game and enjoy it and go home. I don't want to move in and hang out in the locker room like you do with a bunch of naked men.
Right.
That's not.
Whoa.
That's not my thing.
I thought you were an outlet number one. That was a little coded for me. But also, no, what you're describing is player hating from the sideline.
That is what you're describing.
You're a player hating from the sideline. You just wanted to make fun of him, and you had an opportunity to help the program once again.
Oh, I never.
Once again, you could help out the program. And look, NIL
Never hated the player.
An ability to get in the game yourself and actually turn this around. And now the whole thing's turned around, and you've had nothing to do with it, and you're trying to come around here and clout chase. And be a glory hunter? How dare you, Billy Corben? How dare you?
That part that's not fair. I invited him here. He's not.
Well, he's a shit stir.
You said Joey.
knew what you were doing.
You said that. You say I'm a shit stir. You said Joey Galloway was a shit stir, and you said worse than that about Joey Galloway today. What's the matter with you?
He doesn't want the smoke. Joey Galloway gaslights. Do we want to pay attention to Joey Galloway? Real quick. Joey Galloway, for weeks on end, said Miami did not deserve to be in over Notre Dame. That Notre Dame was a lot better than Miami. And now, when the smoke has reached Joey Galloway, he's like, I was just talking about process. I never said anything about
He's a fraud. He owes us a race. He says he could still run fast. He promised us he could. We tried to set it up at ESPN.
Why do these people hate me?
The only thing he did fast was run scared from his promises.
Look, I would also be confused as to why Miami people hate you if that were the actual case and you were only talking about the process. You were saying Miami wasn't good enough, all right? That's why Miami people
Phony
hate
baloney,
you.
Galloway.
And I already explained why Miami people hate you.
All right, so Corben, this is not the only problem that you have in the room. Cody, what is the history of your beef with Billy Corben?
I don't think it's quite as vital as this beef. This is wonderful. This is a great, genuine, ongoing, current beef. No, Billy, he's a little bit of a self-appointed policeman of morality. He wants to set the template for how everybody else should think. And back in the day, I supported the Miami Marlins getting a new stadium with public funding. And it was a great deal for the Marlins, the way it turned out, through no fault of my own.
You conspired with Sampson to outrage Billy Corben because journalism was in bed with, I want a good team, I don't care what it costs, please bilk Miami in order to do it.
I don't support local politicians, and I don't support team owners. I do support fans and the audience and people who read me and listen to me. And I want Major League Baseball to succeed in this town. And the only way it was going to do that was with a new stadium.
You were right. This beef is more boring.
I would agree. He's a sports welfare queen.
And it always has
it's a
been.
one issue. I'm a one issue voter.
When stirring shit goes wrong.
He's a sports welfare queen. That's all.
The job,
my only beef.
The job is up to local politicians to make sure they don't get screwed by the local team.
I also don't much care about morality or how people think. I can only express my thoughts and my opinions on it. And I don't think also that being a sports columnist is actually journalism. Particularly,
Greg, you heard that?
Particularly,
Tuck in those dukes
at least he's not being an asshole about it.
Particularly when you write the same column,
oh my God,
identical column, 10 years apart,
Hey.
saying that making the same argument about the Mel Reese stadium as you did about the Marlins Stadium when you already have the information on the. We already learned. We've already touched the stove and we've already been burned.
We're the only ones that can make fun of him of repurposing columns, not you.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, by the way, I'm working on my 5th Cocaine Cowboys documentary, so I'm
Dude,
that we're interested in. Everything else, no, we don't like anything
we
else.
We like the Coke stuff.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is all of us kind of repeat the shit that we do well the first time. But Greg, you just admitted that you didn't do it well the first time. You didn't call it right the first time because it turned out to be a good deal for the Marlins and not for the taxpayers.
No, I never admitted that I didn't call it right the first time.
Okay.
What I said was the responsibility.
Anybody else have a problem with Billy Corben?
The responsibility is on local politicians not to get screwed by the local team.
The part that I'm offended by, and all of you let slide. I've invited Billy Corben here because he makes the best things, and I want to see the U Part 3. I want us to debut that together.
Make the best things. Did you watch Domino?
And I want our audience to support the things that Billy is, and Raconteur is just one of them.
Hard pass.
Yeah, up there with Bacardi and Burger King.
That was wild.
Yeah, very firm pass for me. I'm a no. I'll RSVP, though, so you can take catalog of it.
What do you think of the best businesses in the history of Miami are? It's slim pickings. Like, Miami doesn't do business very well. So in terms of presenting us to the world.
You won't find a single soul that says Raconteur.
Have you heard of Leon Medical Centers, Dan?
That's right. I know this guy has.
Brightline?
I understand that no one would say Raconteur, but in terms
Have you heard of Pinecrest Bakery, Dan?
Okay. I would argue, I don't think
Which
it's
one?
Unreasonable to
That's
say
the point.
Presenting Miami to the world. Very few people have ever done that better than Billy Corben. That's not you're not allowed.
And Mike Ryan.
You're not allowed to dispute that. Presenting Miami to the world.
Pitbull?
Mr. Worldwide.
Gloria Estefan?
Okay, yes, okay,
The Miami
fine.
Sound Machine.
Put it
Miami
on,
Vice?
Put it on the poll at Levitard Show. Is Pitbull more Miami than Billy Corben? That's fair.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's Mr. I'm Mr. 786. He's Mr. 305.
Dale.
Thank you, Chris.
Dan, you're off
excellent.
base here, Dan.
The game show is
Why are
delightful.
you caping up for this guy? He sucks.
I can tell you live on the beach. You're not a Miami guy. You're a beach
Are
guy.
you a South of Fifth?
Like, what are you doing?
Are you a South of Fifth?
I want the U Part 3 to air on Monday on our YouTube channel before the national championship game.
How would that happen?
That's my end game.
Get it done in
It's a
the
big
next
game for you.
3
Who are you
days.
going for?
Speaking to the mic.
That's the thing about a fan. We only have one team.
So it's Indiana? Happy New Year, everybody. 2026 is already getting off to an incredible start because you want to know how I rang in the new year? It was with a bunch of friends in a Dallas hotel lobby bar ordering a bunch of Miller Lights because that's how you do it. That's how you make special memories. Miller Lite has been by my side at many special football memories this year, and hopefully we get to write a few more memories with Miller Lite. Some of my most legendary moments have started that exact same way. A buddy's house, a lobby bar, a game, no big plan. And then you crack open a Miller Lite, you take a sip, and you look around, and you immediately recognize that you made the right call. Legendary moments start with Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
All right, kicking things off with Smirnoff, the official vodka sponsor of the NFL and the number one vodka in the world. Chris Cote, you're here.
Smirnoff!
Wow, you're on the money with Smirnoff.
Smirnoff!
Chris, you know what goes great with Smirnoff?
Smirnoff!
Yes, but I'm really talking about game day fit. The style's got to match the vibe.
Smirnoff!
All right, here's the deal. Game day is everything, and that's exactly why your fit has to match the occasion.
Smirnoff!
Starting this December, Smirnoff is giving fans 21 and over the chance to score limited edition Smirnoff commission merchandise from some of today's top creators, including Kayla Jones, Gavin Matthew, and Aleli May.
Smirnoff!
Here's the kicker. One lucky fan will take home the grand prize, a trip to the biggest game of the offseason. Plus, one fan will win Aleli May's one-of-one game day jacket.
Wow.
The merch will be dropped on select dates from December to January 21, and it's all courtesy of what brand?
Smirnoff!
That's right, Chris. Fans 21 and over can head to Smirnoff Socials to learn how to sign up. And don't forget to grab a bottle of Smirnoff vodka, number 21 at your local retailer.
Smirnoff!
Please drink responsibly.
Smirnoff!
Number 21 vodka distilled from grain, 40% alcohol by volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anybody under legal drinking age.
Smirnoff!
No purchase necessary. Must be legal U.S. resident, 21 or older. Sweepstakes starts 12/15/2025 at 12 a.m. Eastern and ends 1/23/2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. See official rules at program website.
You know, people keep asking me about my 2026 resolutions, and yeah, I got the usual stuff. You know, watch more games, complain about the power play, and pretend like my team's actually going to stay healthy. But this year, the one at the top of my list is simple. Get comfy. That's where Bombers comes in. They bring serious comfort to my everyday essentials. Bombers just dropped their all-new sports socks, engineered for running, golf, hiking, skiing, snowboarding, basically whatever you're pretending you're about to be really into. And I'm trying to stay active this year by playing hockey. I need these socks. It has cushioning where you need it, it's sweat wicking, solid support, no distractions, just comfort. And for the everyday stuff, Bombers footwear has you covered. Sunday slippers for staying in, Friday sandals for quick errands, and the new Saturday suede slip-ons for when you want comfort but still need to leave the house. Premium everyday go-tos I don't really think about, which is kind of the point. And for every item you buy, Bombers donates one to someone facing housing insecurity. One bought, one donated. Over 150 million items so far. Head over to bombers.com/DKN and use code DKN for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/DKN, code DKN at checkout.
Don Batard.
Mike Ryan's in there, and he's the one with a baby. He's the one who's got to, worry about what the future is. And Mike Ryan bet on DraftKings because Mike Ryan bet on us. This is the bet you're afraid of doubling down on? Putting up a billboard in Edmonton?
Stugats.
I care more about Matthew Tkachuk than I do my daughter.
This is the Don Batard Show with the Stugats.
You want the University of Miami to win, correct? Or
Oh, are you kidding? I mean, it's like dueling fairy tales. I mean, it's one of the greatest narratives, I think, in the history of college sports is the Miami. I mean, the Mario Cristobal of it all, the breaking of the Fiesta Bowl curse, the coming home for a national championship, and of course, when I say dueling fairy tales, there's the Mendoza of it all as well. I mean, I don't know that there's any better story, certainly, and the fact that the Miami Hurricanes have had a rise, have had 3 rises since the Miami Dolphins have done a damn thing, shows that there's only one football team in South Florida, and it's always been the case. I mean, I just think I just think as a storyteller and as a Miamian and as a fan, I don't think I can't think of a more extraordinary story than this.
And you're sorry.
And the U is back, baby!
Son of a bitch.
Yeah,
The
all right.
U is back, baby!
I don't hate
The U is back!
Minor penalty, 2 minutes. Peste tremenda come mierda.
Go sit in the penalty box, Corben. Vete tremenda come mierda. Get out of here. We'll replace you with someone more Miami than you. Edgerrin James.
you suck, Billy!
Yeah, let's see here.
From the back.
Yes. No, Mike.
Again?
Mike, again from the back.
I mean, in my defense, I hate him. Oh.
And so does Cody.
I just dislike him vehemently. I wouldn't say it quite goes to hatred.
What are the stages
Hate
of
is
this?
strong.
What are the stages of this?
It's just north of hatred.
Tell him to suck it from the back, Greg. It
No,
feels good.
Mike, would you please stop it?
That's the third time.
Please
He goes,
stop
"I
it.
bet it would."
No, I bet it would, Greg.
It's double entendre.
Little rusty trombone.
What I live
So
for.
Edgerrin James is out there with Sedano and Domino, and it's Tuesday.
Apparently, Jeremy won the first game.
I did. It was awesome.
All right, can we welcome him in here?
see.
I'd like to talk to him. I mean, he was out there representing Miami. Walked onto the field with Ray Lewis. He takes a unique pot. Excuse me. See, I told you this was happening to me during the holidays. I'm short-circuiting. He takes a unique pride in representing Miami when he doesn't take pride in representing many things. He doesn't lend his name to that many things. So you know that royalty is walking in here when Hall of Famer Edgerrin James, who introduced a new time of Miami, is back with what he did against UCLA. Beat number 1 UCLA in the Orange Bowl with how many yards? Do you remember off the top of your head in a single game? 299.
You didn't expect me to remember.
So, I don't know. I mean, he seemed to come by it pretty easily the entirety of his career in a way that was a little breathtaking. I remember that he used to, after leading the league in rushing, he would just play basketball games on Sundays after the football games he had already played in because physically an unusual beast. So welcome, sir. You know I've respected you for a long time. Thank you for making the trek in. You took a flight in for us.
Man, I appreciate it, man. And I've watched this thing grow, man. It's awesome. This thing is big time.
As are you, sir. What kind of pride are you feeling these days in your school, and what other things in life over the course of the history of being Edgerrin James give you the kind of pride that you have in this particular school?
Oh, man, it's great, man. You watched everything develop. For years we always say, man, if we can just keep South Florida talent here, and Mario understood the assignment. Mario, keep the South Florida talent here, and everything else will take care of itself. And you look at these guys right now; they're playing South Florida ball, and that's what Miami Hurricanes was always about. You're keeping Florida talent here, and everybody going playing with a chip on their shoulder. And now these boys, they've taken that history and not just ride the wave; they're creating their own legacy.
Have you had a historical comp for Malachi Tony? In the history of the program, right? The University of Miami guys argue about who were the best 4 guys in their history, and you've got an argument to be in that fight. And Malachi Tony is unlike any player I've seen in the uniform. Like, I know Kevin Williams, I know Santana Moss, I know Devin Hester, but what this is, I haven't seen at 18 years old, 17 years old with braces.
That's special. That's a special kid. He's coming in very humble. He's special. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Now just finish it and enjoy it. You got to make sure that you enjoy the whole moment. It's one thing to get out there. Like, a lot of times we make the comparison. We like to say, okay, he reminds you a lot of Santana, but he can throw that ball. He can throw the ball. So he brings another element to every other person we try to compare him to. But he's doing something special. And the good thing is, man, he stayed home.
Mike was saying that he would be fine with Malachi Tony being their quarterback next year. He wasn't even joking.
No, if Miami whiffs in the portal, I'm good with what we have in the roster and lining Mally under center. I mean, this is a really cool story, and Edge probably knows. He was nicknamed Baby Jesus, and it was given years ago. This is a prophecy fulfilled, and this is people's eyes not lying to them, because I know he was only a 3-star, but if you watch South Florida football, high school football, you know the legend of Baby Jesus, and you know that this guy was a gamer, and to see him do it right away, it's not surprising anybody that watched him in high school.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't want him at quarterback, but he can play. That's one element that we have that I don't think anybody else in college football has, that he can actually play quarterback. He actually throw it. A lot of times you see another position get at the quarterback position in the backfield. You can think automatic run or handoff. With him, everything's on the table.
I think he went 15 of 15 in his state championship game.
Yeah, but I still want to see the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
We need to get a quarterback that can put the ball in his hands, because that's going to be
working
so much. It's going to help us so much more.
Yeah, the block got hot around Washington. On to the next.
I want to sort of, and you've always been good at this, I want to pin you down, though, on the idea of best ever at the school, because we always do these comparisons, and you don't really like to do them, right? Because it puts you in a position where you'd have to say you're the best running back when you're proud of all the running backs that came after you, and you don't do very much of that verbally. So when I ask you historical comp for that player, I don't think there is one. I don't think the school has had any number of playmakers, but not this one this way, doing it at this age, where you think he could do it for 3 years. You were similar.
Yeah, I came in at 17, but I didn't have another year of high school either. But no, this kid's doing something that's unheard of. But man, we'll take it. I'm glad he's on our side of the ball.
I would say to you, I don't know if you would remember any of this, but when we talk about how rare it is for the Cubans to be at the top of this game, my friends who were good at Pace High School, which isn't quite Columbus High School, remember thinking they were pretty good at football, and then going to play Pahokee, Belglade, Immokalee, and Edgerrin James was the running back in the backfield. Do you remember? So do you remember what you did to Pace? Because my friends who were much like Tony were getting run over by Edgerrin James, and they were scared that because there was a grown man in the backfield, and Pace was still high school kids.
Dan, the funny thing is, I told Mike, so Edge is the first time I see you in person, and I look over to Mike, and I'm like, damn, Edge is big. Edge is a big dude. For a running back, your size, your height is Frank is not that big. Willis is not that big. You're a big guy, bro.
Willis pretty big.
No, but size-wise, you're taller than Willis is.
I don't know. We probably around the same. I don't know. But usually when I come across people, they always look, because the running backs are usually 5'9", 5'10". For me, I could have played linebacker or safety or running back, and But it worked out in the running back position, though.
It seems to have. It would have. It's been okay. You don't do much in the way of emotional when I've talked to you over the years. Do you get emotional doing that with Ray Lewis in front of, like, summoning Miami pride, going out there for your school because your school matters more than it has in 20 years?
Nah, everybody do it their own way. You know, me, Dre, we're kind of more chill. You know, Ray, and then Mike, of course. You know, everybody have their way of doing things, but it all comes together.
All right, can we give Edge the telestrator to examine just Mike's way of doing it? Because this is not how Edge does it here. This is how Mike does it. And so this is the mascot for Miami. This is Michael Irvin. Yes, this is Michael Irvin, and this is what he said. This is just 8 seconds. This is 8 seconds of him yelling and screaming, but we have hours and spools of hours of Michael Irvin being the best mascot the University of Miami has ever had.
Man, Mike's great, man. Mike's great. And it's fun on the sideline. You know, on the sideline, if you can take part of those conversations, it'll probably be better than what y'all probably think.
Edge, is he actually talking to anybody? Like, he's just making noises and people are like picking up on what he's saying, but he's often like talking to nobody.
Do what now?
No, they're giving you the telestrator.
An appropriate response.
No, thank you. They shouldn't have listened to me. It's okay.
Well, Dan, you threw that in there. Like, this is the first time we ever do it.
We're in too
Danny,
deep
we'll
now.
cover this in the meeting. Don't listen to Dan.
Yeah, so this is my fault, Edgerrin. They shouldn't have listened to me on
He
that
hit us
one.
with a Greg Cote. Do what now?
I thought I was the only guy who said
It was a great response from
He's
Edge.
writing that down really quick.
Bad idea from Dan, but it all depends. Let's play the result.
I don't have confidence anymore. I don't have any more confidence in the result.
What is he supposed to do?
What I wanted visually is to play for Edgerrin James a longer video of Michael Irvin on the sidelines and to see if I could get any telestrated content from Edgerrin James where he.
Good idea.
That's what
We're all a little confused as to why you think this is going to go well.
Okay.
X's and O's on Mike's thing? Like, what?
Okay, I agreed that it's a bad decision. It's my fault, but.
Oh, there he is. He's taking his belt off. Oh, my.
To the stadium.
Oh, my.
How great is this?
Oh, my.
So, simulating child abuse, spanking the bum of a child. Where does this rank Edgerrin James with great college football traditions?
Oh, man, it's new. It's new.
It is.
So top 5?
So we starting. I think he raised the bar.
He did.
You've known Dan for a long time. Does he always make it this weird and awkward?
Dan comes left field sometimes, you know, so you just gotta make the proper adjustment.
Big left field guy. He's a huge left field guy.
Loves it.
Right field. A little too much.
Folks, if you're a pet parent like me, you know about Chewy. And when they say they have everything to keep your pet happy and healthy, they are not messing around. I say that as someone who just adopted a pet, my dog, Samantha Bennett, we call her Benny. She's great. And immediately I realized I need everything all at once. Food, treats, toys, a bed that she actually likes. Chewy made it easy. They've got over 100,000 products from all the brands my pet loves, delivered right to my door in 1 to 2 days. And it's not just dogs and cats, it's birds, fish, reptiles, all of it. They also make pet health simple with prescriptions, pet insurance, telehealth visits, and even vet clinics rolling out across the country. I use Chewy. Samantha Bennett uses Chewy, so you should too. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chupanions.chewy.com/LeBatard Show. That's chupanions.chewy.com/LeBatard Show to save $20 off your first order with free shipping. chupanions.chewy.com/LeBatard Show. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Hello, listeners. You know that I live in Miami, which means my idea of quote-unquote winter is just putting on a hoodie or a cardigan and acting like I've suffered. But every time that I travel somewhere that's actually cold, I'm reminded that my wardrobe is completely and utterly unprepared. But that right there is where Quince comes in. I also realized that if I'm going to be on camera for broadcast gigs, I probably shouldn't look like I just grabbed whatever was closest to the door. Quince makes clothes that deliver premium materials, thoughtful design, and pieces that hold up season after season after season after season. And particularly with Quince, their outerwear has been the thing that's especially impressed me. Those down jackets, wool coats, Italian leather, and folks, that cashmere sweater, ridiculously soft, looks great, and somehow doesn't cost what you'd expect. Trust me, I am the only one on this show who actually dresses to impress, and Quince is what's now helping me do it. Refresh your winter wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/Dan for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dan. Free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dan.
Every day at Sierra, you'll find top brand apparel, footwear, and gear for 20 to 60% less than department and specialty store prices. And during clearance time at Sierra, those incredible prices are 40 divided by 2.5, carry the 1, even lower. And when you shop clearance at Sierra, you can save a whole lot more on everything you need to get active and outside. That's a lot of saving. Epic brands, vast selection, teeny tiny prices. That's Sierra. Visit your local Sierra store today or shop online at Sierra.com.
Don Le Batard.
Did someone say conservative entity?
Wow! No!
What?
Oh, see, this is why.
Stugats.
Hers was better than mine.
In the fifth Sagaki.
Yours was Fleming.
How is the fifth Sagaki better than the third and the fourth Sagaki already?
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugats.
Mike, you are excited to be in the presence of Edgerrin James because you know you're in the presence of royalty. You don't want to talk about the past, though. You want to talk about now. You don't want to talk about the history of the program.
Well, I'm curious Edge's thoughts on that because Dan does this thing where he can't help but talk about the past when we're dealing with the present. Look, it's great that you guys are hanging around the sidelines. I'm sure you do it. You do some mentoring, and that's awesome. But I feel like these kids deserve their own shine too because
Absolutely.
you guys had a memory of the Standard. These guys growing up in high school, it was all fairy tales and stories from the past. They haven't actually seen it. They had to buy into a vision from Mario Cristobal that he was selling that they didn't have proof of concept. You guys, you rebuilt the program from the SI article and all that, but you grew up and you watched those guys. I think these kids deserve so much credit.
No, we give them a lot of credit. That's why we're there. And then for us, I don't think a lot of people really get a chance to understand that we get a chance to be a fan. You know, all your life you play ball and everybody's coming. Now you get a chance to go and cheer for the other guy. You get cheer for the guy, and then especially a guy that you watch grow up from youth football to high school, and now they're playing for your team. We really love the University of Miami. It's not something where we want to get out there and it's about us. No, it's about them, but it gives us a chance to be a fan. We really get the chip. We really sit over there and celebrate those kids, and we talk about how great those kids are and those plays. It brings back memories and everything.
Well, I've been hanging around a lot of the former players. I know you guys take the charter flights out there. It's cool to see the brotherhood. But one thing that really sticks out is how much you guys are actually enjoying this. It's a little bit pinch me. I can't believe we get to enjoy this as adults. It's our team. All the guys in the league have been laughing at us. We've been down bad for about 15, 20 years. And to be here, you guys have a smile on your face the entire time because you're thrilled for these kids. But you're also man, can you we've been taking so many L's. All our colleagues have been making fun of us, and we're finally back to where we belong.
Yeah, they're looking at us like we're a Cowboys fan or something. We back on the past. We're talking about the '90s or whatever. Now we get a chance to say, okay, look, this is what we're talking about right here. This the University of Miami. This the you that we know. Because over the years, I know we try to get behind the program, but deep down inside, you knew it wasn't Miami football players. You knew it wasn't Miami football, really. But you try to support it, but now you can really feel it because you have one of us at the helm. And we know Mario. Mario in 1998, he's right there with us. He's played ball there, so you can really feel it. And it's bringing that whole Miami thing back. So this time it's real.
Well, Edgerrin, I was going to ask you to elaborate on that because I think it's changed with Mario, right? Has it always been as welcoming for the former stars than it is now? Because it just seems like you guys are out in force now, not because you're front runners, but because you're more welcome than maybe you have been under other head coaches here.
Well, I think it's selective. Now it's more a collaboration of everybody coming, but before it was your relationship with whoever's in front, and it was picking and choosing. Now it's kind of laid out to where it's hey, this is University of Miami, this is what makes us stick. And that's one thing that I always have to compliment Mario on. He make it a point that he want the guys here. He want the guys involved because it was a point where the guys didn't feel like they were welcome. And it kind of affects the program in a way that people don't really see when these guys are mentoring these guys and helping these guys in youth ball, but they have a decision to make, you're not pushing them to the University of Miami, because it's not welcoming. That's why I hear a lot of the guys we're talking about in the past. But now it's like, hey, we need to get him here, and everybody's on board trying to do whatever it takes to get any kid that we want at our school that's a Miami Hurricane, because it's welcoming. It's making everybody feel like, hey, this is home. I didn't just go to this school and I'm an outsider.
You felt that? You felt not welcome in the past?
I said selective. Like, I've always been taken good care of, so I can't say from my personal experience, but I interact with everybody. I interact with all the guys, and that was the feedback. Because the school never, not one time where it wasn't a situation. That's why I said selective, because there was certain people or certain situations and certain relationships. But now I feel everybody feel included.
Well, the thing that I think that you understand about what was built here is somebody who comes from a region of the country in South Florida that very often is neglected, that you still care about. Like, you actually understand what Mario Cristobal was trying to block when he was trying to block Cortez Kennedy and Jimmy Jones and Russell Maryland, and how insane that human being has to be. For him to have, can you explain to me how that person undersized survived fighting people who were much better than him physically?
Well, it starts with a mentality. Everybody's upbringing kind of shapes them, and you can tell Mario, his upbringing shaped him. Then when you get around the guys give you confidence to actually be bigger than what you are. And that's one thing about Miami Hurricanes. We go out there, we're going to have so much confidence. I don't care, deep down inside, we can think that we can know that the team may be better, but you'll never know it because our confidence is sky high. And that's what you see when you see like Mario going against those guys, because everybody lifts each other up. Like in the practice field, we're going to do one thing, but when it comes to game day, we're all together.
How do you lift up somebody's confidence? So Zaslo's been broken. You've been killing it, Zaslo, for the last hour. I appreciate that you've stayed in the game, given it everything you've got, not talking, but acting the hell out of your last hour. He has not been the same. He's a professional broadcaster. He's very good. This is how he described the end of the Packers-Bears game. The Bears famously won it. The Packers famously choked it away. He hadn't spoken for 12 minutes. Here's how he described the game in a question.
The Packers win or the Bears lose.
And he's been lacking confidence since then. Look at him.
Oh, he chose the Packers?
Man, now Edge thinks I'm a sucker.
Well, you are a sucker. Edge, do you think that this is his normal dress? Like, you think he wears this every day?
How do you think of this as a look? He's going for Cuban Theo. And barbecue doesn't speak for 12 hours. How do you feel as a Miamian and somebody who, does he look Cuban to you?
Not the Cubans I've been around.
Talk to him.
First time he's ever worn that hat in his life, or no?
It's the chest hair. That's the tell. Right now he's got no chest hair on that.
Zaz, are you in queue right now to try to get tickets?
So of that, Mike,
Zaz is trying to buy tickets.
He's literally trying to buy tickets right now.
I'm in queue right now.
It's Tuesday.
Oh, we have a watch along.
Could the gold chain be any smaller?
That hasn't stopped him from asking me.
Actually, that
the entire casted audience, the entire cast of the watch along has hit me up on the side. Hey, trying to get tickets.
So, Edgerrin, I've never seen this before. Like, legitimately, what's happening with my phone and what's happening with former players.
He must be getting it too.
Who can't get tickets. Luther Campbell has already said, "Don't ask me for tickets. Stop."
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, stop. I don't have any tickets. Miami's a big event town. I've never had this happening with my phone. Can you get as many tickets as you want, or how does that work?
Nah, tickets are limited. They're not. They made it real clear. They made it clear that you're not going to be able to get tickets. And I really don't understand it. It kind of puts us in a bind. But at the same time, like, we're not going to let that become a distraction, because we still got to go out and play the game. And one thing about, down in South Florida, we know how to adjust to pretty much anything. So I'm quite sure the game watch parties, the day parties, those things right there are going to be popping also. So we're going to make it. We're not going to let that become an issue, because we got one more game to win.
Yeah, just green. Like, the players know who to reach out to. It's not a Miami home game, so if any players are confused, Jess Green.
Can I get her email?
You'll put Jess going to be mad at us.
Yeah. Oh, that's a hard job.
That's a hard job, like Jess, her phone's blowing up. I'm not going to call it today, but I'm going to call it tomorrow.
Well, how does this work, though? You can be on the sidelines if you wish to be, and you will be, right?
Yeah, I think it continues from,
they have to limit
other
it,
games.
though.
It's limited probably. It's probably limited, but as long as they got Edge's ticket, I'm good, man. And I'm quite sure they got the right amount to make our presence felt, so we can keep this thing going. We don't need nothing going against what we've been doing in the past couple of weeks.
I'm gonna be on the sideline, dressed just like this.
I dare you.
We're orange.
Do you have, the business of sports? You have sort of learned how hard some of this stuff can be physically. Do you have a sports allegiance? I guess your kids playing at Louisville, I guess, would
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Can we teach them how to say it?
I'm University of Miami, and then it goes to the kids that I know. I'm always pulling for the kids that you watch or you mentor, so you always want to see them do well. Okay, so your chief allegiance is Miami still after all the more than Colts, more than everything? Like, I don't... well, they're all one and the same, because they're all at different points in your life, but University of Miami is where you come in as a boy and you leave out as a man. So those days and those memories, they're always going to be there. And then, I always knew I would be coming right back to Miami to live, so this makes it easy. Edge, good seeing you. Look at Royce. Look at the smile on Roy. You're beaming.
What a week.
I don't understand. You're staring at Edgerrin James uncomfortably, I would say. I don't just out of admiration and
don't project your awkwardness on Roy. Roy's doing just fine. How we doing on that telestrator?
A bad idea by me. I have those
You what now?
occasionally.
What did you want him to do? What did you want him to do?
I wanted
to
to
draw.
draw.
I just signed it. I just figured it. I just signed it.
Oh, a signed telestrator. I love it.
You can draw a little clown nose on Dan. That'll work.
Put a funny hat on Dan right now, will you?
What I wanted, we have not used the telestrator successfully yet. Zaz used it poorly. Greg Cote used it.
Get rid of it.
Greg Cote used it poorly.
It's too much. We don't need it.
terrible.
We're a show.
Listen,
Why?
You just asked me what I was trying to do. Now that we're here, I'm going to explain to you. It was a terrible idea, but this was the idea, okay? Greg Cote has used the telestrator poorly.
I put arrows through heads. That was my specialty.
That's what
Great
you
gag.
do. Steve Martin also.
right.
Amin Al Hassan.
Literally.
Amin Al Hassan used the telestrator poorly. Zaz used the telestrator poorly. And I'm going to admit now, this is bad judgment by me, bad leadership. What I thought is, let's have Edgerrin James rescue this by using the telestrator of doing Michael Irvin on the sidelines as a mascot for the team, being just Michael Irvin.
How do you telestrate that?
What do you telestrate the word mascot?
We have 100. We have 100.
He wants to
Go ahead, Dan. Prove it, Dan. You prove that. Prove it. Go ahead.
Hey, bring that Michael Irvin clip back. Let's see what Dan would have. What Dan would have done.
Just picked up the blitz right there.
He's
Go ahead,
sweating.
Dan.
He's sweating.
All right, Dan.
Draw
go
a picture
ahead.
of a man taking a belt off.
Yeah, no, and let's do it with the intro of simulating child abuse, because that's fun. People want to hear that. Yeah, let's do that.
I have dropped whatever the tool is.
Drop the pin?
Oh, you got to fumble off the pin? Hey, it's terrible what happens when somebody fumbles. It's terrible what happens when somebody fumbles.
Dan is nervous.
Butterfinger.
What we explain to our players is when they got the ball, they got the program in their hand.
Yeah.
You got the program.
Come on, Edgerrin.
Butterfinger.
Picking up your mess, Dan. Look at that. Edge picking up your mess.
Oh, he got it.
It was right next to you, Dan.
Down the pin.
All right, Dan, take it away. Hit the video.
Wait.
What do you mean, wait?
It's not. This isn't the video that I want.
Go, it's playing. Go, Dan, do it.
No, go. It's playing. Go for it.
Dan.
Right child abuse on the top.
Telestrate.
Yeah.
Telestrate.
Are you just going to sign it too? Are you just going to sign it?
There's room in the corner.
Please draw Dick.
I need the password. I need the password.
You need the password?
I need the password.
You're a mess.
This guy. He owns the company. He doesn't even have a
1.
Okay, so now I've got it. Hold on a second. So thank you for this. This is not the video I wanted, Edgerrin. I appreciate all your help here.
Lead by example.
Oh, that's good. Okay, keep going.
I want a video.
Just draw a dick, dude. Just draw a dick.
Yeah, hurry up.
Just draw a dick and be done with it.
And the balls. Don't forget about the balls.
That's too much.
That's too much.
What are you
That's way too much.
doing?
You lost your mind.
P? Are you peeing on a legend?
What are
No,
you doing?
That ain't P.
These are bad optics.
You ready
pal.
PP now?
Dude. You see that?
Unbelievable. PP?
Classic
Juvenile.
Left field Batard.
Oh, God.